All right, check, welcome back. This video I want to talk about programming and coding and how do we speak to Unity? How do we program in Unity? Well, we've got our components here and all I want to do is tell our rigid body, which handles our physics, which direction to move. So first thing I'm going to do is just collapse my components here just so I can find the add component button. I'm going to add component, say new script, and let's call this the ball. We're just going to call it the ball script. And now that I have my ball script added to my ball game object, I'm going to double click the name of the script right here. It's going to open up Visual Studio for me. So we've loaded up our ball script. We see the name here, public class ball. We don't want to touch these squirrely brackets. These are important. This is what's executed within the ball code. Now, we don't need this just yet. We're going to erase that. But we do have a function called void update. And in void update, this is already a loop for us. It's going to start at this top squirrely bracket. It's going to look in the next line and see what instructions we give it. And then it's going to reach the end of the squirrely bracket and go right back to the top and keep repeating whatever is in this section right here. So how do we speak to Unity? We'll start with a public rigid body 2D, because that's what we're working with. And I like to call them RB for rigid body. So the rigid body 2D, if we go back to Unity, is the physics component of our ball game object. So we're gonna click save. By telling Unity that this variable right here is a public rigid body, and we save the script and we go back to Unity, we'll see that now we have a parameter that we can fill in. We're just going to add our own rigid body. There's other ways to do this, but this is the easiest way. So now we go back to our script and we're going to say if input dot get button down fire1 rb dot velocity equals new vector2 100 0. So what did I just tell this thing to do? I'm saying that every frame we're going to say if we press the button fire1, the rigid body's velocity is going to will now be a new vector2. So what should happen when I press the fire1 button is the ball will stop falling instantly and will launch to the right. How do we know what get button down fire1 is? Well, we'll go back to Unity, to edit, project settings, and now we have a window that has a bunch of the project settings in it. But if we go to input, slide down input, we can see all the default input settings. Now Unity has a new input system where this is basically obsolete, but it's still in here by default, and it's the easiest thing to work with for getting started. So we already have fire1 in here, and fire1 is set to be mouse 0 or left control. But when we press mouse 0, which I believe is left click, if we press left click, we should be executing this code right here. So let's give it a shot. Let's see if I'm any good at programming with Unity. All right, the ball falls. We're getting some weird errors down here. It probably has to do with all the different installs I have of Unity. But now let's see what happens if I press left click. Oh, the ball went flying. Look at that. It went flying all the way to the right. Easy, right? One more time. So the ball's bouncing. We hit left click. Making balls fly. Let's go, baby. One step closer to your massive multiplayer online RPG first person VR simulator. Yeah, let's do it. If you guys like this, like, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. See you later. Bye.